Is it nice when your prophet, he says the Christian and the Jews are dirty and filthy and pigs and monkeys? Your mind? Do you think it's nice? Go ahead.
I am not presenting myself as you are presenting yourself to be Muslim.
Who told you I'm a Muslim? Are you stupid? Who told you I'm presenting myself as a Muslim? I'm not a Muslim. My name is a Christian prince. Do you know how to read, how to write? My name is a Christian prince. Do you know what does that mean? It means I'm a Christian. You're mine.
Why you are presenting yourself to be Muslim? Why?
Lady, who told you I'm presenting myself to be a Muslim? God forbid, I'm not. Do I sound stupid for you? Muslim is someone who believes that Allah will make his penis endless. A Muslim, he believes that women have half a brain. I don't believe in that. I'm not a Muslim. You're mine.
How can you talk about something that you don't know about? Answer me.
Okay, I will turn now my engine, and that will make me knowledgeable, and that will make you believe that I know. Brother Sister, our sister David coming, we come to take from Bangladesh. She's asking a question. How we can make teeth? It's very easy to make a teeth. You bring milk and you read the Quran. Chapter 13, verse 13 says, how you know I know or I do not know? Do you know me? Did you speak to me? Did you ask me questions? How you know I know or I don't? You just enter the room and you're upset because we are speaking about Islam. Sarsi, whatever your name, you're mine.
I am too smart for you. Why you are mad now? Because I am giving you a point and I am telling you truth. What do you know about Islam? Did you read Quran? Is it Quran same as Bible? Answer me those questions.
For sure, the Quran is not the same as the Bible. The Quran is very, very a fantastic book. As an example, the Quran speaks about the flying carpet. Do you believe in flying carpet? Do you have a flying carpet at home? You're mine?
You are just playing like a kid in first grade, and I thought you are adult. What I believe, it's my belief. But
guys, do you see why I am still single? Women, don't be upset from me. I mean, those women don't present you. Honest to God, if all women like this, I will commit suicide. What do you mean you believe in my belief? This is the chat room, so why you are coming here? Go. What about you practice this? My room is my room too. This is my room. This is my room. You don't like it, don't stay here. My belief is my belief. So? Answer me. Do you believe in the flying carpet? By the way, my daddy used to have one. But we cannot carry you. You are so heavy. MashaAllah. Allah, he said, or sorry, Muhammad, that Allah will make your ass in the heaven 1 mile size. How we can find you an underwear fit with your ass, with such an ass? 1 mile? How big are you? What do you think? How Allah will make your ass 1 mile? He will pump air? He will become like a balloon? Go ahead.
Listen to me, honey. You need psychiatrist. You need to fix your life. I think you have a problem with yourself, not with somebody else. What do you think?
Okay, I will ask you a question. I need your help. Look like you are very smart. Sometimes I imagine myself having sex with my wife, but in fact I did not. What do you think the problem? You're mine. Help me. I think you are right. I imagine myself having sex with my wife, but in fact I did not do it. So what do you think the problem is? Is that illusion? Madness? What do you think?
Honey, I don't care about your private life. That's your life. And you should think about your life.
No, but I'm seeking your help because look like you are very smart. So if someone like me, he thought that he's having sex, but in fact he is not having sex. Like now, I'm thinking I'm talking to you, but maybe I'm not talking to you. So what do you think? What is the name of the situation? Is it an illness? Is it a sickness? What they call it? And how we can solve it? Your mind.
You are trying to be something on the podcast because you are nothing in your private life. That's his problem. Why you are angry? Why you are giving me that all the time?
You see, you are being stupid now because I'm not angry. I'm asking you a question, and the story I'm mentioning to you, it's about your prophet. He imagined himself having sex. Guys, somebody post the hadith. You're a prophet. He imagined himself having sex, but in fact he never did. He never did. So the question now, which is making me busy and dizzy, the prophet was having sex with what exactly? The pillow? When a man imagined himself having sex and this is not at night time, it's daytime. What do you think the situation is? What is happening? He is suffering from illusion? Delusional? Go ahead.
I mean, in my opinion, you have like a problem with the sex.
I do. You see, I'm really worried that Allah will take me to heaven and will make my penis English. Imagine how many cars, the ants in the jungle, they will be eating the penis. They will climbing over it. The dogs will be pissing on it. I mean, come on, is that a reward or a punishment? So who is the one who has a problem with sex, me or your prophet? He is the one who keep mentioning sex. What kind of a prophet? You are the one who said. The one who keep talking about sex, he must have a problem. I'm just quoting what your prophet said. Why your prophet, he promised the Muslim man that his penis will be endless and will never go sleep. Do you have an explanation? Go ahead.
How do you know? Have you been there in those times?
What?
How do you know something that you haven't seen with your own eyes?
Draga, are you single? I want to ask you a favor. Please don't ever get married. Please. Okay? Just stay single. Because you have a problem. I talk about something, you talk about something else. I said your prophet, he promised you in heaven. What do you mean, did you see it? It or not? What kind of a prophet he promised you endless penis? Not you, the man. For in your case, you will have endless vagina. So imagine you are 5-inch thick. Vagina is endless. You might.
Do you know what is my vagina? Have you seen my vagina? Have you studied my vagina?
Oh boy. I don't want to see your vagina, lady. I mean, come on, I'm drinking my tea now. That's disgusting. What's wrong with you? We are talking about religion now. Let me see. Do you want to study my vagina? Did she say study my vagina? Okay, open page number 2. Do you know that your prophet, he said that the name of the men who will F a woman is written in her vagina? Open page number 3 and tell me the names you see there. You're mine.
I am not talking about religion. I really don't care about religion. I'm talking now about you. I'm trying to help you.
Just sit down, mad woman. We have enough of stupidity. Do we have any Muslim here? two stupid women in town. Imagine, guys, imagine those two women, they work with you, or one woman, she work with you in the same office, and she have a table next to you. I will move. Now I know why Muslims are seeking refugee. Muslim men. Look at the women. No wonder, man. With women like this, the whole Muslim world, they will leave. They will leave to the moon. We talk about what the Prophet, he said. She said, you want to study my vagina? It's your Prophet who speak about your vagina. I'm not interested in your vagina. May Allah bless your vagina. By the way, if you die and you are old, you sound like an old woman, don't worry. Allah will make you very young and youth when you go. And the first thing will happen to you, when you go to heaven, you will become virgin again. I'm sure now she is so excited. And you have door here? Yeah. Actually, in the Middle East, there's a product. It's called Virgin Again, made in China. Middle Eastern are #1 buyers for it, because Middle Eastern, it's a taboo to have sex. So the girls, they go and sleep around, and before they get married, they want a virgin again. So they have one of two choices: either make a surgery, which is more safe, but they're afraid that somebody might know about them, or they buy the Virgin Again product. She inserted there, so in the day of having the first night, whatever they call it, she claimed that she is losing her virginity and the blood will come out. Do we have any Muslim here? Somebody speaking about Jesus will be the judge by the word or by etc. You see, judge is a judge, and words will not make a difference. I can make the same statement and I can rephrase it again. When I say that the Messiah will come back as a judge, that have one meaning. Judge is a person who have authority and to rule. When we say we have an executive officer and we have an officer. When we say that we have a supreme judge and we have lower judge. At the end of the day, is that judge able to perform his judgment, or just a judgment of words to condemn? Jesus is the judge who can perform, and he judged by the word, and he is the word, and he is the authority. We have a guy, his name is James. He says, you decide by Paul. We don't decide by Paul. First of all, Paul, he speaks for Jesus. He don't speak for himself. Secondly, you yourself, you do not know what you are talking about. Paul and the Messiah, both of them, they say the same, that the Messiah is the judge. When the Messiah, he will come in the cloud with the glory of his angels. He will say, bring them in front of me and slay them. And don't call me brew, James. We don't brew the devil. Do we have any Muslim here? And by the way, the Muslims, they have very bad problem with Paul. But the Quran mentioned Paul. We are dumb. Okay, put your hand up, Missing. Let us see how smart you are. Your mic, New Testament. Just take the mic. He will not take it. He's a Muslim coward.
Okay. I actually have a question for you. I kind of need a little bit of help on something. I don't know if you have the time. It's kind of a big question. It has to deal with the David Wood and Sam Shimon's a Muslim. What do they call it? The Muslim dilemma argument. Is it okay if we speak on that? Your mic.
Give me the question. Don't mention names for me, please. I don't care for the names. And for the guy who is speaking in YouTube, he says, how come Jesus appeared to Paul and nobody saw that? James Lacoon, are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? Because you are saying stupid things. Paul, after Jesus appeared to him, he's still killing Christians? Are you stupid? Don't like your prophet? Paul was killing Christians after he became a Christian? I want you to come here in Pal Talk, James. Your text will not appear in the chat no more. If you want to talk, come to me. Come to me. Let us laugh at you. Come to Pal Talk. I want to talk to you by voice. Be a man, James. First of all, Muslims, they use Christian names to lie. Secondly, I challenge you to show me what you are saying and what you are talking about. And why if Paul and he have no witnesses is a problem for you, but your prophet, he never have a witness for anything. Your prophet, he went to the seventh heaven and he came back, he have no witnesses. Your prophet, he see the angel, he have no witnesses. Your prophet, he do everything he do, even his sex was false. If you are a man, come to the chat room, James, we are waiting for you. The Muslim undercover of the name James. When the hadith says that the prophet, he imagined himself having sex with his wife, but the fact he did not, that means he does no witness that Muhammad even having sex with his wife. Even sex was alone. Even his sex was alone. We go back to you, New Testament authority, but please without names. I don't know. I hear about David Wood or anyone. Just give me the question. What is the question? You're mine.
Oh, I apologize. That's actually a Windows-based thing. It's New Technology Authority. It has nothing to do with the Bible. I'm sorry for that mistake. A lot of people make that mistake. No, what I was referring to was the argument with chapter 5, verse 5, correlating with chapter 6, 115. You know, that argument? That's what I was referring to. I'm kind of in a bind on something on that. I wanted to bring it to your attention. That's why. That's what I was referring to. I didn't need to mention any names, but I know you know what the argument I'm talking about just by those two chapters. Your mic.
Yeah, but what do you said you have a question? I don't know. Give me the question. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, when I first discovered that argument from those two people, I thought it was quite amazing. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to try it on for size. And I actually used that argument with a Muslim online, and it seems like every single Muslim crumbles on that argument every time. And I was actually shocked because I didn't think it could be that easy. 18, chapter 18, verse 25. I mean, I went through all of them, and I can see the correlation that any question that they would come up for that was already covered, which I thought was amazing. But here's where I'm having a problem. The people who are not Muslim but are angry at the Muslims at this time. When I bring up that particular subject, they're actually getting angry at me. I'm actually getting friendly fire, and I'm going to tell you why. I understand that Isa is not Jesus in the Quran. I totally understand that, and I read into that, and I exactly, we understand that. But at the same time, I'm using Jesus as an argument, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm getting flack from the non-Christians in Paltalk for even using that. And I ask them why. And I'm not really getting an answer, but I am getting an answer, if you know what I mean, because we understand doublespeak. These people just want the world to burn. And they're angry. And I can understand that. But to fight with a Muslim in an argument in Paltalk for 2 hours, and I come in and I decimate him less than 5 minutes with this argument, people are happy that it happened, and half the people are angry. And the people who are angry are not even a Muslim. You see where my dilemma is now? Your mic.
All right. Can you tell us the argument you are talking about, how you understand it, so people they can what you are talking about? Can you, like the same thing you say to the Muslims? Let's see what those Christians will say to you. As you said, the Christians, they are causing your problem. So can you tell us what is the argument exactly? Your mic.
Oh, without a doubt. To me, this is a sure, an absolute sure winner of an argument. Because I understand one of the fallacies they have to abide by. They have to believe in Jesus Christ. See, an atheist, I understand the argument. You can't go that route with an atheist because an atheist will take it in a different direction. But if you're a Muslim, you have to. It's a give me right off the bat. So half of it's decimated. So what were you asked? I'm sorry, I misquoted. I was talking about chapter 3, verse 3. Chapter 6, verse 115. You know what you want me to do the argument? Okay. What I usually do is when a Muslim's acting stupid and he's claiming that he's Christian, because I hear them all the time, oh, I'm not Muslim, I'm Christian. I'm like, well, and you can tell they're not. I always bring up chapter 3, verse 3 in the Quran. Now, the thing is, a lot of these rooms I noticed, you cannot bring up any biblical scriptures or Jewish scripture. You can't even do that, but because it's dealing with Islam. So I'm not breaking any rules when I'm bringing this argument up. So I'll ask the Muslim, I say, do you believe that the Quran is the absolute word of God? They go, yeah. So I say, okay, let's read chapter 3, verse 3. And I say, and it says, see, there you go. Ed's right on top of it. And I say it says, and he has sent down upon you, meaning Allah, to O Muhammad, the book in truth, confirming, and I of course I'm putting the emphasis on the confirming, because that's the idea we're trying to get to their head, And then, of course, it says, and he revealed the Torah and the gospel. Now, when it says gospel, I had a Muslim say, okay, I'm going to read this passage in Arabic. And of course, they use the word Injil, which means gospel. And I get this argument, well, you get the wrong gospel. It's the wrong one, they say. It's a different one. So I ask them, which gospel is that? The missing one. They go, we don't know. They say it's hidden. Yeah, the Injil. Thank you, lady. And I say, well, if it's hidden, then which one are you talking? If you wouldn't even know about it in the first place. And I said, you know what? To even rectify that question, the Quran still answers it, because it talks about the book of Psalms in chapter 17, verse 55, where it says, and your Lord is most knowing of whoever is in the heavens and in the earth. And we have made some of the prophets exceed in others in various ways. To David, we gave the book of Psalms. I mean, so you ask yourself, what other gospel has Psalms. Well, you already know there's only one gospel, so they can't use that argument. And if they're going to say, well, it's 4 books, well, it's the book of Psalms. It's still in the gospel. It's a no-brainer, you know. And then if they have to believe that it's all the word of God, you show them passages in there where it's like I said, like chapter 6, verse 115. You can't change Allah's words. So I correlate to them that God is all beginning, all end, you know, Alpha, Omega, and you cannot. He's the same then as he is from now on. You know. So that starts to mess with their head. I see it happen. I see them pause, and it's checkmate. It's absolutely amazing to witness. Now the Christians in the room are like, that was wonderful. But the other people they're not Muslim, I don't know who they are or what their belief systems are, but they get angry. And what they say is, you can't use that argument because Jesus isn't Jesus in the Quran, it's Isa. But we all know the story of Isa, how it's still not the Jesus. The argument I'm getting it from is not from the Muslim, but it's from the people witnessing what I'm doing to the room, to the Muslim, and getting angry at me because I had to bring up Jesus. That's weird. I just find that very strange. And it almost feels like friendly fire, you know what I mean? I have to get on the phone and I have to tell these people, listen, I'm not your enemy. Why are you treating me like I'm your enemy? we're all on the same side here. But I look at it as the more and more I listen to them, they want them all dead. All of them. They don't want no olive branch. And these are the people who are not Muslim. And I'm saying to myself, okay, we can't just do that. And it just, all I'm saying, it just feels weird to get friendly fire on this. You know what I mean? And from a beautiful argument that puts the Muslim to the knee. I mean, it's amazing. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just, I'm correlating it with, I don't know, side effects. Open mic.
All right. You know, and do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic? All right. You said David Wood and Sam Shamoun, you learned it from them. But do David Wood and Sam Shamoun speak Arabic? They don't. None of the Islamic translation, it says that he approved what is between their hands. Not even one. Do we agree? Is that correct? Not even one Islamic translation says that he approved what is between his hands. They say in the translation what is previously sent before him. Okay, so how David Wood, he was able to know what the real translation is? See, all those arguments, my friend, when with my respect to everybody, when we were making videos exposing Islam, those names, they aren't even Christian at that time, and they know nothing about Islam. And there's no way that you can know what the Quran is saying. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, you know, if you learn it from somebody, doesn't mean that they are the one who taught really about it. The point is, all Muslim translation is false. And for someone like Sam Shamoun or David Wood who don't speak Arabic, in order to learn really what the Quran is saying, they have to ask somebody speak Arabic. Is that correct? Now, that's mean that the argument cannot be coming from someone who don't speak Arabic. Somebody who speak Arabic first, he noticed this and he mentioned it, and they share it, which is good. So always I advise you, like if you want to learn about Islam, try to find someone who speak Arabic because they, the one who is teaching you, they will listen to that person who speaks Arabic so they can learn from him. It's the same as, you know, like saying, I'm a doctor, I'm going to give you a prescription, but I do not know how to write Latin or English. And I do not know how to read, how to write. This religion, all the secret is in Arabic. All the Quran translation is false. All the Hadith translation is false. No, I'm not saying you cannot. No, you cannot use the Quran.com. You cannot. It's a false translation. That's what I was saying all this time. If you read all the translation, you will see not even one of them is true. So how you can use it? What the names you mentioned, David Wood and Sam Shamoun, they are not using the translation of those websites, because the translation there doesn't say that. They are using an accurate translation given to them by somebody, an Arabic Christian, let us say, whoever that is. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter audio or not. Okay, do you listen to the English? The English audio is nothing but what is the text translated, right? There's no difference between the audio and the text. Yeah, I will give you the mic. All right, go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, that it's their interpretation, but that's okay. It's the general argument is what I learned from them, is what I meant. So what I did was I followed the chapters, I wrote them down and read them word for word. But this is what I did, because I did notice what he did say, something about it's all in your hands. I'm like, it doesn't say that, because I couldn't find that. So I said, okay, I'm going to go back in these videos and I'm going to write down the chapters and the verses. I'm going to go look. But when I did, I only went to one place. I said, I'm going to keep it consistent. So I'm going to use Quran.com. I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, I don't speak Arabic, like you say. I don't read Arabic, like you say. So I'm trying to find something, you know what I mean? I want to keep consistent, because generally that argument is compelling. And that's what I meant. It doesn't mean David had to interpret it or Sam interpreted it. No, I went and I wrote down numbers and I looked them up, and then I reread them for myself. And the argument the argument still stands. So I thought it was foolproof. But if you're saying that I shouldn't be using the Quran.com because it's not reliable, because it's not the original Arabic of what, then I'm at a standstill. What are your suggestions? Open mic.
Okay, let me explain to you. If you make your argument based on a false translation, don't you think that our argument can be weakened? Because one word can change everything. And all Muslim translation is false. So the argument can be solid if you have a real, honest translation. And until now, I could not find one Muslim having good translation. I can give you tons of examples. Like, you can quote for me any verse right now. I'll read for you in Arabic, I'll read for you in English, and you will see right away the difference. This is why, actually, if you ask Muslims, do you agree with the Muslim translation of the Quran? They say no. Not even single Muslim he agree to tell you that he agree with this. If you ask someone like Shabir Ali, what is a translation you approve to be accurate? He will say none. Why is he saying none? So why he's holding the book in his hand? Buyers. Those translations are made to deceive you. If we go on and look in the Quran, where the Quran says that he approved what is between his hands, you will not find a single translation given. It's impossible, you know. As an example, if we go to chapter 2 verse number 41, who can help us with the translation, guys, with the post in the translation? chapter 2, verse number 41. Can somebody post? Sorry. Read with me. Okay. Confirming that which you possess already of the scriptures. Okay. What do you mean possess of the scriptures? Look at the second translation, Sahih International. And believe that I have sent down confirming that which is already with you. Chapter Shakir. And believe in what I have revealed, verifying that which is with you. Yusuf Ali. And believe in what I revealed, confirming the revelation which is with you. You know, the word there, مصدقا لما معكم. I agree about what is revealed to you. Look here, the Muslims, they have no problem to say that what is between your hands as it is. You see that translation is accurate somehow. Why? Because the one who's saying that is Musa's. If Musa is saying that, we have no problem. If Muhammad is saying that, we have a problem. O children of Israel, believe in what I sent to you. Who is the one supposedly talking? If you think about it, it's going to be Muhammad. So if it's Muhammad saying I believe in what is between your hand, or the Jews, then we have a problem. If it is Musa's, we have no problem. If it is Jesus, we have no problem. So the Muslim, in order to play with these verses, they have to find a solution for it. The same statement appear in the Quran in different place. In chapter 2, verse number 91, it's the same story. Believe in what is between their hands. Chapter 2, verse number 97, believe in what is between his hands. But if you read the translation is different. If we go to chapter 3, verse number 33, believe what is between their hands. Chapter let us see, chapter 4, verse number 47, believe in what is between their hands. But look at the translation, you will see how huge different it is. Chapter 5, verse number 46, believe in what is between their hands. Chapter 5, verse number 48, believe in what is between their hands. But look what they translate there, confirming what came before him. You see, before it was is between their hands. They have no problem with the translation because it was not Muhammad speaking. When it has come to Muhammad, that statement, the Muslim did change the translation. It's the same statement. So how come the same statement appear all over the Quran as confirming what is between their hands? When Jesus said it, the translation is accurate. When Musa said, the translation is accurate. It doesn't matter who said it. The translation is accurate only when Muhammad he said it, which is about Muhammad. The statement which مصدقا لما بين يديه, which means confirming what is between your hands, the translation changed immediately. Became confirming to what revealed before to thee, but doesn't say before. Confirming the scriptures that came before it. Doesn't say that. So the Muslim translation is made as a way of deception, because the Muslim right away he knew if he translate the accurate meaning of the Quran as it is, then he will have a problem. However, if you go, let me show you something in Sunnah in Quran.com. If we go to Quran.com, chapter 5, verse number 48. Let us see. Quran. I want to show you the translation of a guy, his name Dr. Ghari. Dr. Ghari. Let me try it again. This guy, sometimes he come with an accurate translation, sometimes he don't. Okay. Even this time he is a liar. Look what it says. And we have sent down to you the book with the truth, sincerely verifying whatever of the book was before it. It doesn't say it was before it. It says what is between your hands. So based on the translation we have, how we can trust, how we can make an argument. You know, I mean, NT, if you're basing the translation, base your argument in the translation, it's false. There's a huge difference between saying what is between their hands and between what it was before them. So a person who don't speak Arabic, he want to make an argument with the Muslims, he read the website, he base his argument in a false translation, then he might end with a false argument too. Because it doesn't say what it says, or what they claim it says. You might.
Yeah, what's crazy is when you highlight the Arabic, it shows the discrepancy. It doesn't have in his hands in the English. Right there. They might as well just scrub off the English and just highlight and write down what you highlight. All right. If that's the case, is there any place online that has an accurate translation that you know of? Or they're just one of those things that just don't really exist? I don't know. You're right.
You can get maybe the book of Osama Daktok. He translated the Quran. Otherwise, there's no Islamic translation is correct. Zero. I can challenge right now any Muslim to show me any verse he chose of the Quran, and I will read with him word by word, and you will see how they lie. Not even single verse in the Quran translated in accurate way. In purpose. The Quran, it's called the generous Quran. Read, search for it. The generous Quran, translated by Osama Daktok. Okay, just yeah, here we go. I type it for you. And by the way, even the Quran translation, like Osama, he got it right. The name of the Quran, the Muslim they call it Al-Quran al-Kareem, not the Holy Quran. They don't call it holy. Even the Muslim don't call it holy. In the translation, all of them they say holy. The Muslim they call it the generous Quran. This is true. However, I believe in more accurate is not to call it Quran, because it is not Quran, it is Mus'haf. It is not Quran. No, mushaf mean pages. You know, mushaf is a pages. Don't you hear Muslims, they say this is Mushaf wa Uthman? The Muslim, they don't say it Quran, they say Mushaf wa Uthman. What Mushaf mean? Pages, the pages of Uthman. This has never been called Quran, and was not Quran, and it's not Quran. It is Mushaf wa Uthman. Mushaf. Mushaf is like this. Mushaf. You know, I'm trying to make it sound like Arabic. Yeah. Did you see the video I made about the Hafs? Any of you watch it? The video about Hafs? Go and watch it. And let us see who is the Muslim he dare to refute it. The Quran the Muslims they have today is reported by the recitation of Hafs, not even Uthman. But Hafs in their books is called a liar. They reject his hadith. Any hadith is mentioned by Hafs is rejected. Not only da'if, is thrown in the garbage. They accuse him to be kadhab, which means a liar, and he's a thief, and he's a fraud. So how the Muslim accept Hafs Quran, but they reject Hafs hadith? How he is a liar in the hadith, but he is honest in the Quran? You know what I mean? You see, if somebody is a liar, if somebody is a liar, he's a liar. And which one is more important for the Muslims? The Quran or the Hadith? They say the Quran. So he is rejected in less important matter and accused to be a liar, and he is accepted in more higher matter. It's like, guys, you know, if you want to join the army, they do security clearance for you. I don't know if any of you have been in the army before. So imagine, or let us say you want to join the government, an office in the government. So you are a person who will make coffee. Coffee. You want to work for the FBI, you are the janitor who make coffee, who clean the floor for them, and then your security refused. You did not pass security just to make coffee, but then they accept you to be the head of the FBI. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? How he is not allowed to take a less job because he is a liar, but he is allowed to take a higher job, a lot more higher, and he is not a liar no more. Not only is a liar, guys, go watch my video. Go to Christian Prince account in YouTube and see the video I made just last week. It's called the Hadith of Hafs. See with your own eyes how they accuse him that he's a fraud. They say that Hafs, he borrow books. He borrow books. And then he recite them claiming that those are his own. He copied them. He copied the books. Like imagine you wrote a book. Then Hafs, he borrowed from you. And then he copied it. And then he claimed that this is his book. This is what they were saying about him. And they say word by word, they say kadhab, he is a liar. So the one who reported the Quran for them today is coming from a liar. And not only this, he is a liar, and the master of Hafiz, which is Asim, he's a liar too. So a liar learned from a liar, and this is what the Muslim they have. So now we have two liars. Any Abdul? The funny in YouTube, there's a guy, his name is Isa, he's calling the Christian brainwashed. It's not them who believe in an endless penis are brainwashed, it's us. It's not them who believe that God will provide them with women you can see through their bones, it is us. Yeah. A Muslim is talking about a brainwashed. You know, Isa, do you know that in heaven Allah will block your anus before you enter heaven? Isa in YouTube, Allah will put something in your anus so you don't do poo-poo. Is that true? How are you, Misan? Well, answer, is it true that Allah will block your anus when you go to heaven to be sure you will not do poo-poo inside? Bakara 2171. And the example of the disbelievers, the similar as they call himself. Yeah, this is exactly of the Muslims. The Muslim, you ask them, you believe in the Quran? You say yes. Do you know the Quran? They say, we recite the Quran by heart. Can you explain the Quran? They say no. This is a verse about you, you idiot. You recite the Quran, you carry the books in the top of you, but you do not know what the books mean. Donkeys. I can choose any verse from the Quran, or you can choose it yourself. And you will see that you Muslims are the same as donkeys, carrying books on the top of their head, but they do not know what it's mean. Actually, even the Quran speak about you. Muhammad trying to be smart. Because he cannot explain the Quran. So he said in chapter 62, verse number 5, the similarity of those who carry the Torah is the same as donkey carrying books. That is you Muslims. Your prophet himself did not know the meaning of the Quran. Your prophet himself did not know how to read the book. Who is the donkey in this case? A person who is carrying a book but he do not know how to read it. What I did gain in 15 years? What's your business? I gain a lot of Muslims leave Islam. Is that hurting your feeling? Guys, do you see the verse? Do you see the verse? Muhammad is speaking about those who carry books and they are donkeys. But Muhammad himself did not know how to write, how to read. So who is the donkey? Anti, prove me I'm lying. Here we go. Put your hand up and let us see. A prophet talking about donkeys carrying books, but he himself cannot read it? Who was the donkey in this case? Anti, come on. Be real. Okay, prove it. Here we go. We are here. Do you want to come to the mic and prove me wrong? Hold on. According to your prophet, he spoke to a donkey and the donkey converted to Islam. And not only this, the first suicide bomber in Islam is a donkey. Is that true? Sure, take the mic, go ahead. Is it true that the first person who suicided in Islam was a donkey? And your prophet, I asked him if he liked females. Go ahead.
Are you fucking riwayah talker? Prophets. Where did my prophet say that? Who said that my prophet said that? Did my prophet himself say that, or somebody else say it? Some Christian or Jewish piece of shit like you say that. You know, a lot of stuff are attributed to my prophet, but it's not going to work. What is in the Quran saying that? Show me in the Quran. Don't use the Christian hadith or Jewish hadith. Those who tried to destroy Islam throughout the centuries. And you only can talk about those fake hadith that befitting in you. Can you bring me from the Quran that's saying that? Take the microphone.
Oh, so you take only from the Quran. Okay. Well, can you show me in the Quran where it says you have to pray 5 times? As long as you take the Quran only. Can you show me? Go ahead.
What is saying that do not pray 5 times in the Quran? Can you show it to me?
What? What he said, guys? What he said? The Somalian is very hard to understand him. He said, show it to him. I am the one who's asking you, where in the Quran it says that you have to pray 5 times? As long as you are a person, don't go by the hadith. The Quran says you have to pray 3 times. Chapter 11, verse number 114. Your mic. Chapter 11, verse number 114. Go ahead.
No. Listen, Quran doesn't say pray 3 times. Post it. Quran doesn't say pray 10 times, 5 times, 3 times, 4 times. Where is say do not pray 5 times? That's what I'm asking. Where is say do not pray 5 times? Can you show it to me where is say 3? Post the verse. Don't be coward to twist, to give your own meaning to the people and just say the verse this, the chapter this, verse that. Post the verse where it say 3 times. It doesn't say 3 times. You are a fucking liar. There's no word 3 times there.
Don't use a bad language, otherwise I will push the Quran inside your anus and it will never get out. Behave yourself, Somalian boy. Filthy like your mother and your father. The verse in the front of you, idiot. They are posting it. Are you blind? It says you pray 3 times a day. The mic is yours.
Well, first of all, you're an ignorant. The Quran is not in English. And you're
Guys, watch your mic. It's jumping. Northern. Anti. It's in front of you in Arabic. Read it for us. Go ahead. Read it. It's in Arabic. Go ahead.
all right. So the word Arabic for the 3 is thalatha. Where is the word thalatha in there? Word thal.
Abdul, read it. Read it. Let us see how good you are Arabic. Go ahead. It's in front of you. Read and translate. We are listening.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. You say Quran said 3. Where is the word 3? Do you know what is the word 3? Can you?
I don't know who's a donkey here. He do not need to say 3. He said, you pray the 2 end of the day and the approach of the night. The morning, the night, and before the night. 3 times. The verse in the front of you, mine.
No. Wait a second. All right. You said 3. Translate the word 3 into Arabic.
Go, Somalian boy. Bring me your daddy here. I have no time for stupid talk. Give me the word tree. Can you give me the word tawheed? Can you show me the word tawheed in the Quran? Stupid. Don't you think people are laughing at you, auntie? You don't have a brain, Somalian boy. You speak from your nose, which is full of boogers. Show me the word three. Show me the word three. I do not need to show you the word three. It says the two end of the day and the approach of the night. This is three. The two end of the day is the sunset and the sunrise, and before the sunset. Three. Everybody can read it, and we are posting the translation of the Muslims. Who am I?
Listen, are you changing subject into the word tawheed? Did I even say that there is a word tawheed? You know,
No, you are saying to me, show me where is the word three. I do not need to show you the word three. I said to you, the Quran says you should pray 3 times. I did not say the Quran said the word three. I said you should pray 3 times. How it say it? In the morning, at night, and before the approach of the night. As simple as that. You're mine. Get out of here, stupid idiot. I have no time for kids. Go. Stupid donkey. Where is the word three? Show me the word three. I want to see the word three. Where is the word three? This is a word three. As you know, the stupid Muslim, he think if he lie, he say it doesn't say that. It's mean the whole world is blind too. A Muslim is stupid the same as his prophet. You remember the hadith where Muhammad, he said when a blind man came to his wife, to his house, Muhammad, he said to his wife, cover yourself, cover yourself. The wives, they said, why? He said, what do you mean why? They said, he is blind. The prophet, he said, yeah, well, he is blind, are you? Look how stupid he is. The guy is blind. So what the benefit of covering himself? Do you see how stupid he is? Because he got busted, he looks stupid. So, prophet, why you want to cover ourselves? He is blind. But he is blind, are you? Like what? Covering themselves from who? So what if he's blind? He cannot see them. And so what if they are not blind? Who is the one? Muhammad, he should say we should cover the man. What covering their hair have to do with this? The guy still, he cannot see them. So what the point? So, this is exactly the same mentality. He is blind, and he think you are blind too. Stupid logic of the Abdul. I want to ask people in YouTube, is the new the Paltalk version we are using there in the broadcast is better than the other one? I think it's better because the text is more clear. I think you guys, you can read it better, right? All right. You see, this is a new computer I ordered because my computer, the one I used before, it kept crashing. I gave it honey to my old computer, it's not working. I gave it camel urine, it's not working. I gave it ajwa, 7 ajwa, still not working, keep crashing. So I give up. I said, you know what? I cannot do it, so I have to buy a new computer. Yeah. And I'm thankful for those who are helping us with donation. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. You remember how many times I was doing video and we crash? You remember? But in the last few days, this guy, he crashed every 5 minutes. I don't know what I'm doing, and it's I can't do anything. You know, heart attack, heart attack. Anyway, I hope from now on we will not have any crash. And I hope the sound is very good from your side, guys, who they are listening on YouTube. But right now I have two screens in front of me, making me blind. Do we have any Abdul? Any Abdul? Half Abdul. Show me where it says 3. Show me where it says 2. See, if we pause it for him in English, or pause it for us in Arabic, if you don't speak Arabic, he will say to you, you don't know Arabic. This is what they do. You know, Misan, as long as you are posting from the chapter of the bees, An-Nahl, I want to ask you a question. Is it true that your God in that chapter says that bees, their honey come from their belly and they eat fruits? Is that true? Misan, is it true that your God claimed that the bees, they go abroad, they go outside, they eat from the fruits and they piss honey? This is their poo-poo? Don't play dead on me. You are the one who mentioned that chapter. Is that true? That according to the Quran, the honey is the poo-poo of the bees? He won't answer, guys. You see? He won't answer. Let me show you how stupid the author of the Quran. Chapter 16, verse number 69. Pause it, please. Let us laugh. According to the stupid Allah, the bees, they go and eat from the fruit. Yummy. They eat from where? From the fruit. And then from their belly, sweet drink will come. That is the honey. So the stupid God of Islam teaching the Muslims that bees eat fruit, shit honey. I mean, this is super intelligence. The stupid God of Islam do not know that the honey is their food, not their shit. They are posting the verses in front of you. Don't you see it? 1669. What kind of a smart God he teaches the teaching? They eat fruit, they shit honey? Guys, does it say there, then eat of all the fruits? Does it say that? So what they do? They eat from the fruits. And then what will happen after they eat from the fruits? They shit honey. Excuse my language. Super intelligent. Are you there, Misan, Mr. Honey verse? Do you want to talk about Al-Baqarah, Misan? Is it true that in the Al-Baqarah is called Al-Baqarah because Moses, he beat a man by the beef and the balls and the tail of the cow and he make him come back to life? Is that true? Cowboy? Do you really believe that if we beat a man with beef, he will come back to life? Let us go to the grave of Muhammad and beat him with beef. You notice that those guys, the Muslim, they don't answer anything I say. They don't. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 73, or you can read the few verses before, you know. Read it from verse number 71. Allah told Musa, go and bring a cow. Meow. And he told Moses to tell his followers to slaughter the cow and beat the dead guy with the meat of the cow. And then the guy, he woke up. They asked him, who is the one who killed you? He said, Obama. And he died again. I mean, this is super. This is why if you go to the FBI building, you will find in the first floor, they have a refrigerator full of beef. Full of beef. Each time somebody get killed, they take him to that room, they beat him with beef. He woke up, the FBI asked him, who is the one who killed you? He said, Christian Prince, and he died again. Any beef Muslim here? Look what is, just to show you. Let me stop him here. This guy here is just flooding the text with nothing. You know, guys, if you investigate every verse a Muslim he posts, you will see that he is an official donkey. Chapter 2, verse number 2 to 4. Should we read it? I would love to. One is a living proof of a stupid donkey. His name is Muhammad. Chapter 2 says that this book have no doubt about it. So why Muhammad he have a doubt about it? Potato Abdul, if Allah told Muhammad in the Quran, this book have no doubt about it. So how Muhammad himself he have a doubt about it? And he asked him to go and ask the Christians. فإن كنت في شك مما أنزلنا إليك فاسأل الذين يقرؤون الكتاب, chapter 10 verse number 94. How chapter 2 verse number 4 verse number 2 says that this is a book have no doubt about it, and Muhammad don't believe in it and he have a doubt about it? Lisan, you are a donkey like your prophet. You want to post more? Do you notice that each time you post something I get you busted? You keep moving like a monkey from a place to a place. Now I challenge you to answer. How the chapter 2 says that this is a book, there is no doubt about it, and Muhammad he have a doubt about it? Muhammad himself, not the pagans. Tell me. Post something, post. The Prophet himself do not believe in the Quran, but the Quran says this is a book have no doubt. Who is the donkey here? Who is the stupid who made this book? And how in the world the prophet of God he is not sure he is a prophet? You people of the book are lost souls cursing God. We are not cursing God. God him curse himself. Your God, look at himself. Your God himself, he cursed himself by saying stupid things. Now we want an answer, my son. Why you're a prophet, he have a doubt about the Quran? You are the one who mentioned to us in chapter 2 verse number 2. This is a book, have no doubt about it. So why you prophet, you don't believe it? Yeah, just sit down, puppy. Puppy like your prophet. Do we have any Abdul, brave Abdul, when I come to the mic? And by the way, the Muslims in YouTube, they are insulting the Arab. They forgot that their prophet is an Arab. The Arab are stupid. Okay, I agree. No problem. And the proof that the Arab is stupid is your prophet. The man who say, if you have orgasm first as a man, the baby will be a boy, he must be stupid. I agree. I have no problem with that. A prophet who kisses a black stone, he must be stupid. I agree. And the black stone in the shape of a vagina. A prophet who says to you, go and clean your ass with 3 rocks, he must be crazy. What if your ass is not clean with 3 rocks? What if you need to use 4? 5, I mean rocks, they are for free, man. Do we have any Abdul? And look, this guy on YouTube, he says, Ahmad mean Muhammad. Look how stupid. Look how smart. Ahmad mean Muhammad, guys. Ahmad mean Muhammad. If Ahmad mean Muhammad, so why you call him 2 names? And what Muhammad mean? The praised one. You Muslims are kuffar. The praised one must be God. No man should be praised one. Look, guys, what Muhammad mean? The praised one. One. Who is going to be praised? One. Who is that? Muhammad. Do you see the proof that Muhammad is a guy making the Muslim worship him? He changed his name from Qatham to Muhammad. And what Muhammad mean? The praised one. So we don't praise Allah. If we praise Allah and praise Muhammad, then the name is wrong. Praise 2. There's a series, it's called what? I don't watch too much. The Miraculous 7 to 2, 3, like those guys who fly the green, the guy he's a green, and the other guy look like a rock. What they call them? You know what I'm talking about? It's a fiction. Fantastic Four. Here we go. We have the fantastic. So you should say the praise 2. When you say the praised one, it means there's only one. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? If Muhammad saying that he is the praised one, his name is the praised one, it means he is the only God. For there is no one should be praised but God. Nobody should praise a man. Nobody should praise anyone. You praise God only. You say praise God. Muhammad himself, his name is the praised one. He claimed to be God. And actually, this is the truth about Islam. Islam, the version we have today of Islam is not the true version of it. I believe strongly in that. Anyone heard of a prophet, false prophet, his name, Prophet Mani? Anyone heard of that name? Prophet Mani? Mani. Everything you hear about Muhammad is exactly about Mani. Mani, he went to the 7th heaven, the same trip, the journey, the night of power, Jibreel, all those stories. Mani, not Nani. And by the way, for those who do not know, Mani in a certain time was very powerful cult, spread all over. And the reason they disappear, Islam hijacked Mani. No, Mani is not Muhammad the twin. Mani is long before Muhammad. But Muhammad, obviously, he is copying him. He copied his ideas. No? the hadith about the suicide bomber, go and watch my video about Ya'fur. Go to Christian Prince channel, look for the video of about Ya'fur, and you will find the video. You'll find the reference. I have a cartoon about it. How the donkey committed suicide, and you know. And by the way, if you like to send donation to this donkey, the one who commits suicide, please feel free. He have a page for donation, because the guy who committed suicide for the sake of the Prophet, and we need to buy him some roses and flowers and some grass. He's dead, but he's, remember, he's a believer, he's alive. Have you ever heard of a prophet donkey commit suicide? That is something. And the prophet asked his donkey, do you like females? Oh, for how many hours we are in YouTube already? I'm afraid that soon YouTube season will be over. Right? Oh, okay, still we have time, maybe. Do we have any Muslim? We don't. How are you, my friend in New Testament? Good to see you. We go back to the story of coal. Who is in the fire? Who is in the fire? Who is in the fire and who is around the fire? Only Allah knows. I will give you another one, coal, but this one is more complicated. In the Quran, Muhammad, he claimed that he saw someone, but that someone is very confusing for Muslims. The same as the story of the fire. Chapter 53, verse number 8, 9, 10, 11. If you ask the Muslims, who is the one who came down? They are unbelievably confused. Some they say to you, this is Jibreel. Some they say Allah. Now, I say this must be Allah. Why? Because in verse number 10, verse number 9 it says, verse number 8 it says, that he came down, fatadalla. Tadalla is like somebody climbing but the opposite direction, down. It's like Allah is like a monkey, which is very funny. It's not like he came down really, because already it says he came down, or you know, he get closer, and tadalla, which means like he is yeah, it's like you are going down in like a tree, you know. It's not like somebody flying, no. And then it says in verse number 9, and then he became close, almost like a bow or two. This is how close to who? To Muhammad. And then in verse number 10 it says, and he inspired his slave, فَأَوْحَى إِلَىٰ عَبْدِهِ مَا أَوْحَى. In the Muslim translation it says, and then he inspired his servant. It doesn't say servant, it says a slave. So if this is Jibreel, how Jibreel is how Muhammad is the slave of Jibreel? You know what I mean? Who is the one, the slave of who? This person, he came down and became so close to Muhammad, and then he revealed to his slave. Who is the slave and who is the one, who is the master? Jibreel? No. The slave here is Muhammad. The slave here is Muhammad. The Muslims are confused. Who is the one who come down? Is that Allah or this is Jibreel? The one who say that this is Jibreel, he cannot back it up. Why? Because verse number 10 say clearly, so he inspired his slave. And Muhammad is not the slave of Jibreel, unless Jibreel is the God. Adam Salah? No, I do not know who's Adam Salah. But you know, it can be Jibreel if he is God, because you see that Muhammad, he was copying from the Sabians. The Sabian, they believe in creators. This is why Allah, he say he is the best of the creators. This is why he says that those are the enemies of Jibreel. Why the enemy of Jibreel? Who is Jibreel? In chapter 2 verse number 97. The enemies of Jibreel. Who is Jibreel? Why Jibreel have enemies? I mean, Jibreel isn't just an angel. Why the verse saying the one who is an enemy to Jibreel? Yeah, in the beginning Muhammad was trying to be hypocrite. So he said the Christian, the Jews, the Sabian. In verse number 298 it says, and those who they are the enemy to Allah and his angels and he is a prophet, and then he says Jibreel and Mikael. Doesn't make sense. You just said Allah and the angels. So who is Jibreel and Mikael? And Abdul. So you see, like you can come with an endless collection of questions. Muslims have no answer. Where the name Israel is coming from, they have no answer. Who is Jacob and who is Israel? Who is Saleh? Who is Idris? Who is? I don't know. I'm asking God. Who is Saleh? I saw a video of someone, he is a Muslim convert, an African American. His name is I don't know, Green, something like this. He was saying the Bible revealed, reported by John. John who? Mark who? Luke who? Like, what the heck? Your Quran full of names, nobody knows who are they. We know those names you're talking about. Who is Isaiah? Oh, sorry guys, I did not sleep very well. I have a problem with sleeping lately. I would try to get some kind of urine. MashaAllah. Eat honey? Yeah, that's what is missing, especially if you have diabetes. Eat honey, you will be happy. I mean, who need more than honey? Right? Honey is the best, and forget about the rest. Yeah, sure, the Quran mentioned Isaac, you know. You know, the Quran have names. Sometimes they are equal names, sometimes they are unknown. Sometimes the Muslims, they are confused about them, so they try to assemble them. So sometimes they say, okay, this is Isaac, the son of Abraham. He is Ishaq in Arabic. He is etc. And this is Ishmael, and this is etc. So they have certain names. They are very close to the names we have, but sometimes those names they match, sometimes they don't. As an example, Isa. Who is Isa? We don't know. Right? Well, I'm going to sleep talking to you. That reminds me when I was a kid, you know, we are not allowed to stay watching TV for late. So we have a lady, she come to visit us at home, and if she is there, my mom, she is shy to say to her, you should go home to sleep. So she sleep in the chair, the lady, she sleep in the chair, and we sit watching TV. And when the TV is closed, we wake them up both. You know, very strict parents. You sleep in certain time. Man. By the way, do you know that Allah, He hates those who do yawning? Anyone have the hadith? Allah dislike those who do yawning and like those who do sneezing. Yeah, go right now to sunnah.com and type the word yawning. Go to it, Saint. Allah dislike those who do yawning, and He like those who do sneezing. Once I opened a chat room in the Islamic section. It's called "Let us sneeze for the sake of Allah." And then the Muslim, they went to Paltalk and they get upset. I don't know why. I mean, come on, I'm just trying to make Allah happy. You know, if Allah get happy because people, they are sneezing, I mean, shouldn't we sneeze, all of us? That's true. And now I'm yawning, but I can, trust me, I'm not trying to insult Allah, but what I can do, I'm so sleepy, you know. But Allah get upset. Now, anyone knows why Allah, He hate those who do yawning? Because when you do yawn, shaitan, he piss in your mouth. So you as a Muslim, if you allow shaitan to piss in your mouth, and by the way, this is proven by science, you can buy a slow camera, put it next to your mouth. Okay? Let's do it in a scientific way. And yawn, you know, and then you will see right away, shaitan, he will piss in your mouth. You know? Proven by science. I can show the reference. Let me see, hold on, let me get you the reference for this one. This is why the Muslim, you see, the Muslim, they have some habits, and supposedly those habits are good. You know, like if you yawn, you should put your hand in the front of your mouth. But if you think about it, you might think this is because this is like a hygiene. No, because they believe shaitan, if you open your mouth and you are yawning, shaitan will piss in your mouth. And shaitan will go inside you too, not only he will piss there. Let's see. The second you open your mouth, Shaitan will jump inside you and will piss inside you and he will play inside you. Let us see. Oh, I cannot find the hadith in English. I find it in Arabic. Let us see different place. It's hard to find those hadith which is showing how much, you know, Islam is stupid. Actually, there's a video about it, but I think this is a video on YouTube. This sheikh is explaining how Shaitan he pisses in your mouth when you do yawning. I don't know if you can find the video in English. Search in YouTube Shaitan pee in the mouth. Maybe you can find it. And this is a very supposedly this is a guy, he have a PhD in Islam, and he's explaining how Shaitan he pisses in your mouth. Muslims, be honest. Have you ever did yawn and you felt there's water or piss coming in your mouth? No problem. I want to embrace Islam, but first I have to embrace Aisha, the same as the Prophet used to do when she was having her period. Is that true that the Prophet used to embrace Aisha when she had her period and he have sex with her? Mr. Islam? Is that true? What do you say? Don't worry about the hellfire. The Quran promised the Christians and the Jews to go to heaven. You know? By the way, Mr. Islam, as long as you are talking about the fire, is that true that Allah will put his foot in the fire? Is that true? Allah will put his foot in the fire? Hello? And the fire will say qat qat? Qat qat? That's amazing. Okay. This is Sahih Bukhari and this is the hadith. Fake? The hadith in front of you. This is Sahih Bukhari. Your God Allah have a foot. Now I know where the game football is coming from. Do your God Allah have a foot only, or he have like something attached to it? What is attached to the foot of Allah? Huh? What is attached to the foot of Allah? Do you think Allah is a flying foot? Or he have a leg? And you see, Islam truth, you are stupid. You don't answer, and I'm not going to talk to you. There we go. You don't want to answer me? Shut up. Guys, this is the hadith in front of me. Do we have the right to ask those questions? As long as Allah, He have a foot. This foot is attached to what? I want to know. And Allah have a foot to do what with it? Allah, He walk or He will fly? Allah have foot but doesn't have wings? His foot attached to what? To his leg, to his ass, to his breast, to his chest. I can show you all the hadith you want. Allah have two hands in the right side. Allah have a foot. Allah have a shin. Allah have eyes. Allah have mouth. Allah have ears. But all of them, as long as the Muslim they say Allah never mentioned that He have shoulders. So let us imagine this. Allah, He have a foot and shin, and then the face was in the top of the shin, and the two hands in the right side of Allah the leg. That is Allah, the most funny God ever. Okay, it's done. Take the mic. I'm glad you put your hand up. Go ahead.
Anyway, embrace Islam, man. This is how you treat your guests in the room. You got dumb, you don't like it, I said embrace Islam. The chicken, man, chicken prince. Come on. Islam, your chance, month of Ramadan. How far is burning, man? How far is burning? For those people who...
Guys, did he say chicken? Did he mention the word chicken? What if I show you a hadith that your God Allah will sit in the top of a rooster? Your God is a chicken God. You see, in America we have cowboy. In Islam we have God chicken. God sit in the top of a rooster? You're mine. Is that true?
Be a man, man. Don't be a chicken going with dumpling, man. Come on. Because you got admin hat there. Don't be a chicken, mate. Discuss like a man. Come on. There's a chance for you to embrace Islam. Come on. To shout, you have nothing.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you. We cannot talk in the same time. You are the one who mentioned chicken. I don't know why you want to talk about it. Is it true that your prophet said that Allah sit in the top of a chicken? And this chicken is a rooster, and Allah even speak to the rooster, and the rooster speak to Allah? Yes or no? You mind?
Come on. I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. The person.
You know what? You are smarter than your prophet. You know how to count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your prophet do not. How come? Let me ask you Islamic truth. According to the Quran, Allah said that Allah created the earth and the heaven in 6 days. Is that correct, guys? 6 days. All right. Look, the stupid Muhammad, what he said. Because Muhammad, he do not know how to count. He's not like you. You are smart. He is not. Muhammad, he said, Allah, he created the earth, the sand, in Saturday. Let me pause the hadith. And this is Sahih hadith. Read with me. I'm sure a lot of people will embrace Islam, big deal, after they read this one. Here we go. Eddie, he posted. So thank you, Eddie. Guys, count with me how many days the total of the creation. Allah started creating in Saturday, and he finished in which day? Which day he finished? Friday. What is the total? No, not 6 days. 7 days. 7 days. But the stupid Muhammad in chapter 7 verse number 54 and many other verses, he said Allah created the earth and the heaven in 6 days. Chapter 10 verse number 3, chapter 11 verse number 7, chapter 25 verse 29, chapter 32 verse number 4. I mean, come on. So do you want to embrace Islam? Who is the stupid here? Muhammad is fabricating a story, you know, he started counting. Those are 7 days. And not even a stupid Abdul. One stupid Abdul, he even find out. You know, I remember when I was, you know, I was in school, I read this hadith first time. And then I said to the teacher, I said,